You know what, this actually might work, because it was, like when I first turned the fuel taps to prime, it was actually leaking quite a bit out of the airbox. And that's stopped now, so I think it might actually work this. You can definitely see this filter's getting darker. You might not be able to see it, but yeah, there's like definitely dirt coming through, so I'm gonna let this run for a little while, I think. It's got a fairly full tank, so it's right up at the top here, fuel. But anyway, so I'm gonna give this a go, I think. Yeah, there's dirt coming through, so I'm not going out to do any work today. I'm gonna stay at home. I believe the tyre machine is on its way, but I haven't had confirmation yet. So I've got this hydraulic table, which is heavy enough as it is, but the tyre machine, so the plan is the tyre machine is going to go in the back of the van. I'm not sure where yet. I need to see this tyre machine first, because I can't really work out how big it is, but I'm going to put the tyre machine, I think, at the back door, probably here, or yeah, probably here. And then I was thinking I might relocate the compressor. I might be able to put it up there. My thinking is that if I put the tyre machine on the side, that'll sit above the tyre machine, so I could either move it to this end above here or above where the air reel is at the moment. So yeah, it'd be good to get the actual machine here so I can see what sort of size it is. The other option is I could put the tyre machine up against that side of the van there and work on tyres, you know, in that doorway. Done a bit of tidying there, van's clean. So I feel like this might have worked actually. So it's been running for about an hour. I can put the fuel on prime, and what normally happens is it drains out the back of the carbs into the airbox. I spoke too soon. So okay, well, I'm in two minds whether to do it a bit more. Well, yeah, you can see there's definitely some dirt come through. Strange that, because I turned it on before and it was fine. Yeah, as soon as you open the tap, like as soon as you put the fuel tap on prime, it starts pouring out. It's bizarre. I'm gonna have to pull the carbs, aren't I? And I think ultimately the carbs have got to come off, and then before I even put this tank back on, fit an inline fuel filter. Tyre machine's arrived, so I'm gonna get on with this, I think, for the rest of the day. Well, it's not small anyway. This is the back of it. If you ignore this part, this will be the front. Foot pedals. We've got turntable, bead breaker, jaws out, jaws in, and then this is the head. Look, it's got one of those European fittings, so I'll have to change that. It's got an oiler and a water trap, I believe. Yeah, regulator. The actual width of it, for anyone interested, is 50 centimetres. So that's the width of the base on the back. Obviously you've got this arm that sticks out a bit, but it's actually already, I don't know if it's sprung in. Yeah, there's a big spring, so the front will be the same width, I would expect. "50 centimetres, so if we look at the pallet is, yeah, 96 more or less. 50 centimetres wide, so if we put it there, ultimately here, and it was 96, so approximately there. If I had it right to the edge of the van, that is, so it doesn't look too bad really. So roughly that area there is where it would sit. I've got to move that compressor though. So there's one option, put it in this area and then the bead breaker would stick out a little bit into the door. So it's going to stick out roughly 20 centimetres. If we go off the pallet, the total width is about 70, approximately there. So, just for argument's sake, that's where the edge of the bead breaker is going to be, which is only, you know, this part here. So, if that's where the bead breaker is, can you get a motorcycle down the side there comfortably? I think most bikes would fit in that gap. So if we measure that gap, what have we got to work with? Shame I don't have any normal sized bikes really. So we're talking like 60 centimetres width. So what's the width of a bike these days? So that's about 60 centimetres ironically. So it's going to be tight really, especially foot pegs, getting past this arm. Especially at that height, I mean, it's going to be difficult. Here's an idea. So what I might do, I've got a bit of scrap wood there, I might just make a box up that's in fact that is the width of because this is the lid of the machine, so this is probably what the machine's the size of the machine, if you know what I mean. So that would be one position, that's what I'm thinking anyway. And then the other one I thought about is back here. If you flipped it round so that it was this way on, you've got the turntable and the head in this position. You've got a bit of room behind, and then yeah, obviously get rid of that compressor. Would it work better there? Because, you know, generally motorbikes when they're in the back of this van, they come along to the middle of this sort of door here, so it's going to be, you know, how wide? I think it's going to be tight either direction, isn't it really? I might go for this position, because I mean, first of all, I could move it further forward and have less room here. These drawers come out, roughly there. You know, it'll be, let's see, yeah, that'll be okay, I think, to get in and out. Get in and out that direction, put the tyre on here. It's going to be tight with bikes. I know it's going to be a nightmare, isn't it, getting bikes in and out, but oh, that's a bit of weight in its own. Jesus, I shouldn't have put it there really. Put it in the van. Whew. Wow, that's not a light bit of metal. Okay. All right, that's not too bad. It wants to go in that direction, really. I need to have it on a sheet of wood or something, really, just to get it over that gap. Yeah. Oh no, we've maxed out the lift. Could do with a bit more, really. I think what I'll do is I'll stand on the pallet and drag it onto it and then push it on. You know what I mean? We're on. We are on. Oh, fucking hell, off the table. Off the lift now. Whew. We're going down. Right, we're on the ground. Right, that's good. Yeah, about there, I think. So to me, I mean, the narrowest part of a bike typically is the front wheel, so I think we've got enough room there for a bike to come in. I'm quite pleased that that actually stays in versus flopping around, obviously. Right, I've got it installed, so this is how much room we've got to play with. So a bit of a gap with the drawers still. I think getting a wheel in and out of this bead brake won't be too bad. Seems like there's enough room. And then obviously I've got some room to stand. So at the moment I've got the machine bolted down with just the 4 bolts. And I had these 3mm stainless washers that were for something else, so I've used them to spread the load a bit underneath the floor, and then I've found some other plate steel, because the ones that are over here, they're quite close to the edge, so I've used some other plate steel, and that one's like basically on the edge of the wheel well. So I've just put the head on and all the bits that go with that. So you've got a spring and a clamp so that you can lock it, and then this arm here, if you haven't seen it before, this moves, so I'm probably going to have to tie this to the fan or something. Otherwise this will be swinging around the roundabouts. What else to say? I mean, it's not a bad machine, I think. I mean, this is my first time machine, so I'm not even sure what I'm looking at. These pads, plastic, and they've got these little inserts that you put in. I've just put them in, little pads, plastic pads for the wheels, and they give you a ton of spares. So I looked at these and I thought, oh, I've got to put these on, but they're already on. And yeah, I think I've got enough room against the wall. And then, yeah, so the next bit is I'm going to rip out the compressor, either move it down there, I think it might go down there okay, or up on the wall, I'm not sure yet. Well, that's it, all set up now, so I've just got to secure the compressor down, trim that bit off. One thing I didn't notice, this sticks out a little bit, so that could be an issue, getting bikes in and out. I'll have to put something over it or something. Everything's working. I've got it in a position where, with the head locked in here, you can sort of tighten that up and it doesn't go anywhere, so that's good for driving around. Yeah, that's it really. So I haven't done any bike work really today, so I wanted to just get this up and running really. And tomorrow, yeah, I've got one service to do. If I get time, I'll do the Kawasaki tomorrow. Anyway, so all I wanted to do really was get this set up and installed really. So I think we've got a decent space still to get bikes in and out. I mean, just gonna have to get one in really to try it really. Most bikes, when you've got wheel arches like this, will come in close to this box here. So I think, you know, there's a good amount of room there to get a bike in and out. Because when this came, this piston was stored, I suppose. I don't know if you can push them back in, or there must be a way to do it, I don't know. This yeah, this tyre machine looks alright actually. Good bit of kit. Not sure what that is.